When I think of the mission and objectives of the Sand Springs Education Foundation, it is to help teachers and kids. It's about now, it's about the future, it's about our hometown. What we are here for is to make things better, to inspire the next generation, to make the next scientist, the next author, the next business person, to create a place and improve our town.
Well, being a part of the Sand Springs Education Foundation was very easy to me. I'm a lifetime Sandite. I love Sand Springs. My mother was brought to Sand Springs when she was 10 years old, and she lived in the Sand Springs home. Her parents passed away a year apart when she was 10. So she was picked up in Antlers, Oklahoma, brought to Sand Springs, and told that that was her new home. So she ended up graduating from Sand Springs High School, and she got married to my dad, and then they decided to just live their life in Sand Springs. And so at that point, I was fortunate enough to be able to go through Sand Springs Public Schools. I loved it. I thought all the teachers were fantastic. I've made many friends and many acquaintances and long-term relationships through the years. And it was an easy choice for me to be able to serve through the Sand Springs Education Foundation to give back to the community that had given to me so often.
My reasons for wanting to be part of the Sand Springs Education Foundation have several different tentacles. My association with the founder, Monty Box, goes way, way back, and anybody who ever knew Monty knows that you can't be around him very much when he doesn't infect you with his passion for education, his love for his community, and the ability to kind of put those things in practice and give them legs so that they actually make a difference. And of course, I had children that were part of the system, and uniquely enough, one of the things that I don't think the Sand Springs Education Foundation gets enough credit for in our history was one that hit me very close personally, because my daughter just happens to be one of the first attendees of full-day 4-year-old kindergarten, which was a program that was supposed to be funded by the legislature, but as the legislatures do, they changed their mind and the funding stream got cut off. This Education Foundation, in partnership with several great community leaders, was able to step into the breach and pony up enough money for Sand Springs to be one of the few Tulsa area schools to actually hit their target date of 4-year-old kindergarten. So I kind of got hooked at that point into making sure that we always make a difference moving forward.
I think some of the challenges that the foundation has to overcome is to remember that we need to brag about ourselves and talk about ourselves and show the community and our public that we are very good stewards of the money, that we raise the money with them, that every dollar counts, and that we need to spread our story more, that we need to show exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I think the current board is really forward thinking, and we're doing new innovations to create through social media, new website and everything like that to show how much we are creating a story of how we're doing things.
How we would like for the community to be more involved, the businesses, the people in general, is I feel like they think when you're on the board, they don't even know who's on the board. They don't know what it's a part of, they don't know what it does, they just think you're always trying to raise money. And if they're more aware of what we're doing, the grants, the teachers, the students, we have all kinds of different fundraisers. The Hall of Fame, which is a huge fundraiser for our foundation. I feel like if they knew what all of this did and contributed to, I think they would be more apt to donate, even if it was, $25, we don't care. All of that money we put into an account and we build. It doesn't just get spent today, it gets spent and we put it in an account to gain, so it's gonna be there once I'm gone. So that's the plan.
One of the primary purposes of the foundation, in my opinion, is to support creativity and education and the creative techniques that teachers want to bring to the classroom. So that's where, for us, we try to really rely on the teachers to bring those creative ideas they have to us. And I think as a foundation, nothing excites us more than when a teacher has an outside-the-box idea that we can help bring to life.
One of the successes that I'm really proud of is being on the grant committee, and this year we were able to grant $89,000 to teachers for new ideas, new equipment. One of the teachers, we gave her a virtual system that she has for every student in her class, and when we went to award that to her, she just bawled. And then I knew what a difference we were not only making in that teacher's lives, but every student that was going to come through her room and through her class was going to get a new experience because of the funds that we had raised and the grant that we had given her. It was just an exciting time for me, and I enjoyed that.
After being in education for 40 years and having received grants myself, I feel very honored to be here. I feel very honored. It is my joy every year to help hand out the grants to the teachers and just see their faces and see the kids' faces. Because your students know, they know when you're writing a grant and what it's going to be for, because teachers share everything. We're really bad about that. So I'm really proud of that.
My family has been involved in the school system for years. My dad came here in 1948. Started teaching and coaching in Sand Springs, and I always was around the schools. I always thought the schools was the place to be. I didn't think anything else of it when I was younger, and I know that he could have used things for he coached, and he had to buy tennis shoes, and every year it was new equipment and new stuff, and he bought a lot of it out of his pocket. And it's just what they did back then. They just didn't have the funds, and if he wanted them to have new shoes, which he did because they wear those shoes out, in basketball just like crazy, and he wanted them to have new shoes and new equipment, and he'd make deals with the Wilson company to get things at a discount so that he could provide it for his athletes. So that's one of the big things, and he loved the school. He retired at one point, went and bought a Dodge agency, and then he came back and was assistant principal and the athletic director. So he loved the schools, and we do too.